talk about the weather. Well, till afternoon today, Delhi was the heat capital of India. The mercury breached the 50-degree mark for the first time in the national capital. Mungeshpur, at the outskirts of Delhi, recorded a temperature of 52.3 degrees Celsius this afternoon. This was not just the highest for Delhi, but also the highest ever in India. The unprecedented heat situation also led to unprecedented power peak demand. Delhi recorded a peak power demand of 8,302 megawatts, which is the highest ever for the capital. However, Delhi is now, fortunately, breathing a sigh of weather gods listening to our prayers. After days of sizzling heat, mercury dropped in Delhi NCR following thunderstorm and light rainfall. The IMD, in fact, has predicted that temperatures will drop in the coming days, not just in Delhi, but across northern India. All right, joining me on Nation tonight to talk and help us understand, in fact, more about what's really happening in northern India with these extreme weather conditions is the DG of the Indian Meteorological Department, Mr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra. Mr. Mohapatra, thank you very much for speaking with us on Mirror Now. First of all, sir, help us understand why are we seeing this heat wave condition? These are extreme weather conditions that we're seeing in Delhi, record-breaking temperatures. Why are we seeing this, until when this will continue?
Yeah, there has been heat wave to severe heat wave conditions over entire northwest India and adjoining central India, including Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Delhi, northern parts of Madhya Pradesh, southern parts of Uttar Pradesh, and some parts of Gujarat state. And there will be some improvement in temperature conditions starting with today. Already there has been some kind of cloudiness some places. It is because of a western disturbance which is approaching towards northwest India. It will lead to rainfall in some places, and hence there will be fall in temperature. Also at the same time, the cold wind from northern parts of Arabian Sea is blowing towards northwest India, bringing moisture and also leading to fall in temperature. We are expecting that from tomorrow, that is 30th, the heat wave conditions will reduce, not only in terms of its intensity, but also in the aerial spread.
Can I also ask you then, Mr. Mohapatra, we're seeing record-breaking temperatures. Delhi is seeing over 50 degrees of temperature, 52 really touching at some places as well. Is climate crisis one of the major reasons why we're witnessing this?
Yeah, certainly there has been the rise in temperature globally and also in Indian region. There has been almost 0.66 degrees Celsius rise in temperature over past 100 years over Indian region, and 1.15 degrees Celsius considering globe as a whole. When temperature rises, the probability of occurrence of heat wave, its duration, its intensity also increases. And if we consider the data of 1970 onwards to 2020, for example, India Meteorology Department has analyzed, and we found that there has been accelerated rise in temperature and also increase in heat wave conditions. The heat wave conditions usually prevail over the plains of northwest India and central India. But nowadays, the heat wave conditions also spread towards the peninsular India. So spread has also increased because of the climate change and its impact.
Mr. Mohapatra, you talked about western disturbance, and I want to understand from you, is this normal at this time of the year?
Yes, if you remember, up to 15th of May, there was no heat wave condition over entire northwest India and central India this year. It was because of number of western disturbances affecting the region, leading to rainfall and hence the temperature below normal. But after May 15, there has been no western disturbance affecting the region. So as a result, the rise in temperature goes unabated. We should remember that May is the warmest month of the year in this region. So if there will be no western disturbance, or some other factor, there cannot be any disruption in rising temperature conditions. So that is the one of the reason why we got continuous heat wave spell from 16th of May till today. But however, another factor also contributed to that. That is, this year it was the El Nino year. In the El Nino year, the Northwest India and Central India usually gets more heat wave conditions. The third point was that the last 3 to 4 days, a cyclone developed over the Bay of Bengal. It moved towards northeast after hitting the Bangladesh and then West Bengal coast. When a cyclone moves towards the northeast, it helps in strengthening the northwesterly wind over northwest India and central India. These northwesterly winds are dry and warm winds, and hence it helps in rising temperature. But now today, that system, cyclone system, has completely dissipated. Therefore, it will not further help in increasing the northwesterly winds. At the same time, the southwesterly winds from Arabian Sea are entering towards northwest India. A western disturbance is approaching towards northwest India. So under this combined impact, the temperature will fall from tomorrow.
Okay, can I also get a clarification from you, Mr. Mohapatra? There's a lot of speculation on the fact that these record-breaking temperatures have been recorded for the first time in 100 years. Is that true?
Yeah, yesterday the temperature which we got in Ayanagar reached, that was record-breaking temperature. We have got record for about 70 years. But in other places it was not so. So there could be a large variation within city itself. The certain places there could be higher temperature, in certain places there could be lower temperature. What happens actually in an urban area, because of the various types of land surfaces, like somewhere you will have the huge concrete structure and somewhere you may have the forest area. So there will be variation in temperature. And that has happened. And to take care of that, IMD has established a number of automated weather stations across the city. And accordingly, we are providing hourly observations on temperature. And by that way, we come to know what is the impact of urbanization on the different parts of the city, where temperature is rising more, where temperature is falling, or where temperature is remaining same.
Right, Mr. Mohapatra, we've got some sort of relief today. We've got light rainfall in the Delhi NCR area. But, of course, the foremost question in everybody's mind is now, when will the monsoon arrive here in northern India? I know it's too early to ask, but still some sort of hope, some ray of light that we can look forward to. When can we expect monsoon?
Yeah, Delhi bahut dur hai abhi. Now we have to get the monsoon first over Kerala coast. Then gradually it will move towards north. We are expecting onset of monsoon over Kerala soon, within say 24 hours. And thereafter it will gradually cover peninsular India, northwest, northeast India, central India, and then finally to northwest India. The normal date of advance of monsoon over northwest India is last week of June and first week of July. So therefore it is too early to speak about monsoon over Delhi or northwest India. Normal date of monsoon onset over Delhi is 29 June.
And are we expecting above average rainfall this year, sir?
Yeah, as per our forecast issued, that is the second stage forecast of monsoon, we are expecting above normal rainfall in most parts of the country. And the country as a whole, we will have 106% of the average rainfall. So that means 106% of the 87 centimeter what country gets usually. But if you take the special variations, then northeastern states, some parts of eastern India, like many parts of Odisha and adjoining NCT West Bengal, Jharkhand, and many parts of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh, some parts of Uttarakhand, will have below normal rainfall probability.
All right, we'll wait for the monsoon to arrive here in Delhi. Thank you very much. We'll leave it there, Mr. Mrutyunjay Mohapatra, for speaking with Mirror Now and helping us understand the heat wave and extreme weather conditions that northern India is seeing. Thank you very much, sir.